DJI Mavic 4 Pro coming soon. Got that coming up next. Bill the Drone Reviewer here. If you like the content of this video or anything on my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. With that, let's begin. The other night, I hosted Rotor Talk Live and was joined by Mr. Ron Braun. We spent the better part of the evening discussing all the latest regarding the DJI Mavic 4 Pro, including some possible specifications, possible pricing, possible release date, and much more. So without any further ado, let's roll that clip in its entirety. Well, we have some more information about the Mavic 4 Pro, okay? And I wanted to go ahead and go over this tonight because, you know, I was looking out there and lo and behold, there was information out there about this. Now, the first thing is we're going to do is we're going to look at an article from Drone DJ, or Drone XL, excuse me, from High Kesteloo, all right? And DJI Mavic 4 Pro test photos and clip reveal triple camera design, enhanced cooling system, okay? And you can see there's some images here, and these were posted. Jasper Ellens posted this as well, and it looked like, I think what they said, there was another camera here. There's the Mavic 4 Pro right here, and it looks like there's a smartphone over here. Design evolution and thermal management, and what they were talking about with the thermal management, they said the setup likely incorporates a previously rumored 24 millimeter, 70 millimeter, potentially 50, and 166 equivalent focal lengths, okay, which sounds a lot like the Mavic 3 Pro right now. The significant addition is designed prominent heat sink positioned at the rear of the aircraft, suggesting DJI has prioritized thermal management for what is expected to be a more powerful imaging system. The focus on cooling aligns with the drone's rumored capability to process high-resolution 100-megapixel photos and advanced video formats, okay? Because I know I'm real familiar with heat sinks, Ron, because on a lot of ham radios, okay, they generate a lot of heat. Some of the options on there that you do, there's an option called FP8. For those of you guys that know what I'm talking about, it's really kind of digital, but it really takes up a lot of power, and it also generates a lot of heat. And those radios have heat sinks on them to help dissipate the heat here, okay? And this is interesting seeing this.
Of course, those radios aren't flying through the air at 40, 50 miles per hour either.
Exactly. Okay. You know, versus this, you know, but I think it's real interesting that they put a heat sink on it, even though, you know, that drone is almost always constantly in motion.
You think this drone could overheat a little bit because of all those advanced camera specs?
I think that's exactly right here. Streamlined aerodynamics and safety features. The test unit revealed more streamlined arms compared to the Mavic 3 Pro, while maintaining the familiar folding mechanism characteristic of the Mavic series. Two fisheye obstacle avoidance sensors are visible, along with an LED beacon mounted on top of the aircraft, indicating DJI's continued emphasis on safety and regulatory compliances. Interestingly, the test unit appears to lack the LiDAR sensing system found on the Air 3S's front section, okay? Professional testing equipment, market implications. These latest revelations about the Mavic 4 Pro suggest DJI is pushing to further differentiate its professional consumer drone lineup. The enhanced cooling system and triple camera array point to a device capable of more demanding imaging tasks, while the streamlined design maintains the portability that has made the Mavic series popular among professionals. The leaked images show the drone's camera system being evaluated alongside an Air 3S, a Xiaomi smartphone, which appears to be a full-frame mirrorless camera. Professional testing system set up with precision alignment tools and light controlling hood indicates DJI is in the late stages of image quality optimization here. Industry context: the timing of these photos aligns with previous reports suggesting an April 2020 release date for the Mavic 4 Pro. The sophisticated nature, the testing setup, and the presence of comparison cameras indicates DJI is conducting detailed image quality evaluations, a crucial step for finalizing the product for market release. These developments come as the consumer drone market continues to mature, with professionals demanding increasingly sophisticated imaging capabilities in portable platforms. The Mavic 4 Pro's apparent focus on enhanced thermal management and advanced camera capabilities suggests DJI is responding directly to these requirements while maintaining the practical considerations that have made the Mavic series more successful. Okay, now on some of these here, and what we're going to do is I do want to show a couple of other things here. Now, we did see the images that both Jasper and Igor have posted. But this right here, you get to see it's a real short video right here.
Yeah.
And people
the way the propellers pop out.
Yeah, it's an animated type
of course,
of video.
I know this probably doesn't mean as much to me, probably not you either, but people say that the drone's ugly or whatever. I mean, once I fly whatever 30 feet away from me, I'm not looking at it anyways, but you know.
Yeah, and you know what, Ron, and you know what I say to that, and I've always said to that, okay? That drone sitting on a desk, it's a tool, okay? A screwdriver isn't useful until you put it in your hands and use it, okay? And a drill.
Exactly. I'm buying a hammer here, not a sports car.
Yeah, you know what? I don't really care how it looks. If I get great video and pictures from it, and it does some amazing things with that, that's what I get that for.
Remember the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars? It was ugly, but it could make the Kessel run in 5 parsecs or whatever.
That's right. That's right. It did its job here. Okay.
Hey, our buddy Jeff Voice in the chat tonight, and Jeff says, I'm buying a Mavic 4 Pro when it's available, even if DJI drones are grounded in the future.
Yeah, I don't really think that's going to happen. Just now, I'm going to go ahead and I want to share these couple of images here as well too. And this is from Jasper. Okay, and these are exactly what we had seen before.
Yes.
Close-ups with that.
These guys are all getting their pictures.
You can take a look. There's the Air 3S up here. There's the Mavic 4 Pro right here. There's a SLR over here, and then there's it looks like the Xiaomi smartphone over here. So it's an interesting testing setup that they have with this, Ron.
Right.
You know, and it's under a
and even keep it in disguise there.
Yeah, exactly. There's a close-up of the back of it.
Well, I know this is pure speculation, Bill, but do you think the camera system on the Mavic 4 will be a giant leap forward from the Mavic 3?
I don't think it's going to be a giant leap forward. I think it's going to be a significant leap, though. And I think the big thing with this, I think that we're going to see, there's going to be no LiDAR on it, from what I'm hearing. But
we don't know if these are finished product leaks images.
Again, this is too early.
I wouldn't count that out just quite yet.
I wouldn't either. But from an article I saw, it talked about that they may have taken this off. And I read this article somewhere, and it wasn't Drone DJ or Drone XL, but they said they may have taken the LiDAR off in favor of a better processing capabilities to get 100 megapixel.
That'll separate the Air 3S and kind of be its own, like its own, it'll be a reason to have that instead,
exactly. That the Air 3S will have its own niche.
If anybody's ever flying the Air 3S, there's nothing like the Air 3S flying around on its own.
Exactly.
Coming back.
Exactly. So, all in all, now I know Bill Thomas posted something down there in the chat, something about, a very early release date, according to what we had seen before. And, I have no clue on that, but I can tell you this, it's going to be sooner than April. Do you think they can beat that rumored 100% tax on Chinese drones, at a tariff that's supposedly coming? Yeah, I think that's what they're aiming for. Okay. Because I think they've advanced this testing up. The pictures that we just saw on Drone XL and out with Igor and Jasper. Okay. I think DJI probably wasn't ready to do this for probably maybe a few more weeks. So I think everything's on an accelerated basis with them, and they're getting this testing done. And I think we'll be seeing the Mavic 4 Pro sooner rather than later. I will throw in there, Billy, after the Mavic, the Mavic 3 release, which wasn't the best release, I want to see this thing come out fully baked. Yeah, I don't want to have, like with the Mavic 3, the GPS issue. Yeah. When it came out, I don't want to not get satellites for the first 6 months. Wow. I mean, that was hotter than a lit firecracker. Okay. That was wow. Hey, Lon's slowing our roll down here. He's saying Mavic 4 won't be out until almost summer. Okay. That'll be interesting. And a couple comments back, he said it will have LiDAR. Okay. Very interesting. that will be that will be very interesting. I hope it does. I hope
Oh,
Lon's right.
Eddie made a comment here. You said call it the Mavic 4 Pro too. Will DJI do it right this time, Bill? Will the Mavic 4 Pro be the first the Mavic 4 released and not the crazy system before where the just like the Mavic 3 got released and we had to wait a year or two to get the Pro? I like it when the Pro is out first and then the lesser drones come out later. But
I agree with you 100%, Ron. Let's start out, and that's what they did originally. Okay. With the original Mavic Pro, when it came out as a Mavic Pro. Didn't come out as a Mavic or a Mavic Classic. Came out as a Mavic Pro, and then they kind of did some other iterations of it, which I think is the way to go. You start out with your best, and then it's easy to work your iterations down from there. All right. That's kind of what I see right here. And one of the other things,
like I understood when DJI put out the Mavic 3 Classic, the dumbed down version came out about a year later. I understood that for people that were on a budget.
Exactly. Okay. And that one of the things that I wanted to say before we finish up here is I think we're going to get a new RC Pro type controller, maybe an RC Pro 2 or something with this. Okay. So stay tuned for that because I think it's due for an upgrade. And I think, and this is just me speculating here, because I know on the M4 that just came out that DJI released, if you really kind of look at the M4, the Matrice 4, okay, series, it really looks like a Mavic. I mean, if you really honestly take a look at it, I think we're going to see the new RC Pro type controller, like an RC Pro 2, if you want to call it. I think it's going to be a lot like what they're using on the M4 series. Okay. It's a real nice controller. Billy had it in his video. Okay?
Kind of a dumbed down version of that for the Mavic 4. Hey, and I know I think it was Igor or Jasper, one of those tweeted out yesterday that RC track device that we saw as well back before the Air 3S came out, that'll come out alongside the Mavic 4. That we call it like a beacon, where you get precise tracking because it's that beacon. In other words, you could have that thing in your pocket and not even have the controller in your hands.
There you go. That'll be fantastic.
Yeah. And that's what these selfie drones are all about.
Oh yeah,
they can track you without having something in your hands because the Air 3S and the Mini 4 Pro, they do great tracking, but you have to have the controller in your hand, so it doesn't look like it doesn't look natural. The vloggers don't want to be walking around with a controller in hand. They want to look like they're walking around naturally in the scene. And that's what the selfie drones free you up rather than you're the drone geek with a big controller in your hand walking around.
Yeah. So we'll see what comes up with that. So the other thing that I want to say before we wrap things up here is get out, make sure you got a lot of nickels and dimes in your piggy bank, because you're probably going to see this pushing north, I would say, of 3K. This is just me. If you're getting like a Flymore kit with a, with a controller with the screen, okay, and if you're getting the new RC2 Pro or whatever it's going to be called, all right, I think it may be hitting. You may hit like 3,500 plus.
Didn't we see rumors maybe about a month ago that the basic kit would only be in the low 2,000s if you just got base everything, one battery drone and basic controller was like 2,200?
Yeah, that would probably be right. But by the time you would add 2 more batteries, have a the controller with a screen in it and everything and a case, you're probably going to hit 2,900. And then by the time, if you want to get an RC Pro 2, if they come out with something like that, you're going to be easily 3,500 for something.
Of course, if it has like that 50-minute flight time or whatever, you may be able to get by on one battery for a while. And I hope they make it compatible with like the DJI RC-2 controller, with the screen. So they're happy with that controller. But I know the whole thing. We're in OcuSync 4 now, so this thing will probably be OcuSync 4.5 or whatever, where they call it 4 plus. So it'll probably be on a different radio signal. So we'll have to have a new controller. I hope not, but I fear that.
Yeah, I think you're right with that. I think they're going to go to a new OcuSync on that. So it's not going to be compatible with that. The one other thing I'm really hoping for on the controller, and the really kind of like my one gripe with the Mavic 3 Pro, the controller on there, all right, in order to do screen recordings, you have to have an SD card in there, all right? It doesn't have enough memory internally to do screen recordings. So you have to put that in there. So, you know, because I remember the very first time I took it up for a flight, I'm out there, I'm getting ready, and I got my thumbs, and I'm putting it down, and hit screen recording. It said insert SD card, and I'm like, so I had to stop everything, go back home, get an SD card, and come back up. But
we can't win. We're finally starting to get more memory, internal memory to drones, but now we got to get more internal memory in the controllers.
And the controllers, yeah. Question of the day: what did you think of DJI Mavic 4 Pro coming soon? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's a great day to fly.